Hi there! Today we're going to make something spacey, and I found it in a book. This is the space station. It's quite exact, so you'll have to do really careful cutting. And I didn't have the stuff that they needed. I didn't have any silver paper, and they say make it from a paper plate, the template from a paper plate. I didn't want to make it that big. But it's up to you. You can make big ones if you like. I'm going to make it out of cereal packets. I've got them here. Well, they weren't cereal packets, but it's the same thickness. So any sort of like tissue boxes or something, anything you can find that's that sort of thickness. It wouldn't hurt if it's that sort of card that's. It's actually probably easier if it's that card that you can buy, which is quite a bit like paper but thicker. And I had a lot of trouble doing this because I couldn't get the triangle right to start with. So what I did was, what we're going to do, this is the bit that's stuck together. Actually, before you start, will you get together your card, some pens, a stick of glue, scissors, a little ruler, a big one, and for the end you'll need a bit of masking tape and string. You might need some pegs, and you will need a round circle thing to make a template. I've used a cup, but it's got a bit mucky, so I'm going to wash it after. And so I got my card, which is just scrap, mince pies. And then I'm going to draw the circle. This is the last circle, thank goodness I didn't do them all in front of the camera. And try making a circle really actually properly a circle. So don't go wide and thin. Good. Try and make the pen go round at the same distance from the cup. And then cut it out. I find it easier to chop off all the excess before I cut, so that it doesn't get in the way. There, much easier. And my circle is not perfect, but I'm going to cut around the bit that I think is perfect. There. And now comes the really bit that I really had a big old struggle with, and it might be easier to do it with a piece of paper actually first to get a better fold, but I'll do it how I did it. Then you have to fold it in half. This instruction was not clear. Fold it in half. This is trying to get your template. So this is not to get your circles. This is to get your template to draw triangles in the middle, because we're going to make the shapes bent up at the sides. And this is your drawing, what you're drawing around. So this is why it might be easier. And then it said, make it into thirds. And I thought, how on earth do you make that into thirds? But you have to guess. First of all, find the middle, and then find the middle by getting those 2 points. Those 2 points, you can mark them if you like. Those are your original points. And put them to find the point where they go together, the top. And then if you pinch it in the middle, that's your middle bit there. But with this card, it's quite hard to find. It's quite hard to find a really clean fold, which I'm why I'm suggesting thinner card or paper would be easier. So then you fold it in half. You've got your half. You know where your middle is, and then you've got to find a third. So guess. Does that look the same as that? There, probably. And if it doesn't, we'll have to redo it, which makes all the marks really fudgy. It's not quite a third, so I'm going to have to make that a little bit shorter. Might look really tricky. This is the bit that I found really tricky. I had to ask for help. Oh look, that's better. That looks equal to me. And then you can mark your corner bits. So the bits that look like the thirds. might have 6s, I don't know. Anyway, I bet Mr. Hughes is looking at this and going, use a protractor. I thought, well, what if you don't have a protractor? Where are those points? I don't even know. Then you've got to find the thirds amongst this mess. So, but measure them. Measure them so you've definitely got the thirds. I think that looks like a third there. Oh, did I show you there? So I found 3 points there. I think that that bit there on that crease is a third. You'll find your creases. And there. So I'm going to measure that. Oh, that looks quite long compared to the other ones. That's 8 and a bit. No, it can't be right. Oh no. Oh, I'm turning the ruler's the wrong way round. There you go. 7.5-ish. It's got to be quite exact. So 7. Anyway, measure the points where you think your triangle should be. Yes, that's the same length, and that's the same length. Yeah, exactly right. And then you've got to draw those points together and make a triangle. That's maths, although not a very exact maths. It's a kind of foldy maths. There's how you make your template. If you've got a protractor and you know how to use it, use that. It's much easier and much more exact, and probably much easier to use this kind of this paper to get your folds proper. Right, so then with that, cut that out. With that, you get all your circles. You have to make 20 circles. So you cut around these circles, cut around the card and make 20 of these. And then you use your template that you've just cut out and put it exactly in the middle so that all the points are touching the edges there, and you draw around them there. That means that then you've got 20 circles that look like that. And what I did to fold up the sides, because they're going to all stick together as a lovely space station thing, I'm going to fold up the sides, and I used a ruler to stick along the line that we drew, and then folded it up like that. You have to make the lines really nice and bent. So rub along the folded lines. Each side like that. And then fold it down, and then the other one. So I hope you got that right. 20 circles cut out. You make a template out of your circle, one of the circles. No, sorry, make an extra template. So you've got 20 circles all looking like this, all beautiful like that. And you have to stick a top together and a bottom together. So you use 5 for the top and 5 for the bottom. I'm going to show you sticking that together. It's going to look like that. I'll get rid of all the other rubbish. Right, so we'll need to glue it, and it suggested using paper clips to stick them together, to hold them, but I didn't have any, so I used pegs. So stick one side, nice and gluey, not too, and then put it together really quite exactly. Don't have them all just sloshy. This is a very exact art, this one. And then, oh, I glue is running out, and then go round and round. So it's probably easier to glue onto the loose one. Gluey wooey, stick it on, round the circle so it's looking nice, and make it flat on the bottom. Might be easier to just press it onto the surface you're using. Gluey wooey on another side, they're all the same, it doesn't really matter. It is an equilateral triangle that you made in the middle. Every edge was the same. And then glue it in. Yeah. There we are. Don't make sure it's not too big a hole in the middle. And then another one that is going to stick them both together, so we have to do glue on both sides. Glue, glue, gluey wooey, and then stick that in there. Now you can't press that one down onto the table, you'll just have to squeeze it and make sure, check that it's nice and even in the middle. There's a top and a bottom. I'm a bit worried about the next bit. I stuck them all together in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's my missing one? Oh, it's the one we made earlier. Okay, so 10. So there's 10 that go in a long line. I'll take the pegs off so you can see it. I think they might have stuck. There you go. 10 in a long line like a caterpillar. And then it's funny how they stick together. They don't look like they should go in a line, but they do. There. So 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom, 10 along the middle. Oh, I see. That's nice. And then they stick together like that. So what does it say? It says, yeah, stick them together. And there you go. So you stick that bit that matches, gluey wooey, and then stick that together. And then I think it'd be easier to glue the bottom of this, and stick that on. Check it fits. How exciting, it does. I need a new glue stick. There. Better. So, yeah, glue that on. This is quite a long video, sorry. Glue it on, match it up, and then we'll let it dry, and then, so there's lots of glue on each one of those. Stick that on. We should let that dry, and then we can decorate it, because I didn't, I mean, maybe you've got silver paper. I reckon that needs a peg to peg that together and keep it strong. So squeeze it and check inside, see if it's got a nice shape. And I'll do the other side, and then, oh no, there's another trick. It says get some string so that you can hang it up. Get some string like that. It says put some sort of paper clip in the middle, but I think that doesn't make sense to me. So get a bit of tape. Really make a good strong taping on the inside. I would, and it's got to come out of a corner, not over the edge. So stick it down, pinch it down, and really rub over the top. But if you're hanging it up, it might pull through, so fold that back up, and then it won't pull out. So fold that back up there, like that, and stick it down. Really, really rub it down, and that should stay. Then you stick that, and there, and you'll have a nice thing to hold it up when you hang it up. I can't wait to see what I decorated. Let's let it dry, and then I'll come back to it and decorate. So this is it. It's got its string, and I decided to paint it with silver acrylic paint and then put glitter on it. I'll show you. If you used nice paper in the first place, it wouldn't matter. But so I got this paint and I painted it on really gloopily. By the end, it's quite hard to hold it. It's so gloopy. And then I put on some glitter as well. A nice and thick glue, and then the glitter sticks straight on whatever sort of paint you used. Oh, not watercolour, that wouldn't go on. I've got this weird stuff which is a bit like dust. I'll bring it into school for the people at school. And then some leftover glitter from 100 years ago. But it doesn't matter, you don't have to decorate it. I just like decorating. Anyway, there's your space station. It might take you hours. It didn't take that long, but it was quite interesting. I don't normally make art like that. I like it.